Good day, everyone. I'm afraid can't say a good day. It's one of the worst days in global history. We have seen outages across the globe today. I'm Nihar Pathare from 63 Sats, and we have today Nir Yoshua and Igal Una. Nir is the chief researcher at SciFox and new age, new entrant in India on the XDR platform. And Igal Una is the ex-general of Israel INCD. And luckily, they are here today for an event. And I wanted to ask, to start with, Igal, you just landed here today, right? And what do you see? How was the outages everywhere?
Well, it's amazing. It's another unfortunate but a very good example of digital globalization. I came over 3 airports, 3 different time zones, all of them impacted, in fact, heavily impacted by a single error, what seems to be an error in programming, in supply chain, spreading one single error that cripples the entire world. 3 airports, much more, 3 I went through. But it's another example of relying on a single supply chain, a vendor. And in critical aspects like EDR, like cybersecurity, it's not a cyber attack. It's an error. But look at the impact and just imagine what can happen also if someone intentionally cripples or poison this kind of software that spreads everywhere.
Over to you, Nir. Could you tell us technically what actually went wrong across the globe?
Yeah, sure. A new update from Crowdstrike Falcon caused many Windows systems to crash and show the blue screen of death. The blue screen of death is an error screen displayed at Microsoft products after a fatal error, which means that the operating system cannot be boot.
And do you think this could have been triggered by any other EDR?
Basically, other EDRs that installed on the kernel level on ring 3, it can happen, but we at SciFox are installed in ring 3, which means that we can see the most of the events on your operating system, but we cannot cause to fatal error.
So you think this is something which has a bug in the Windows which was triggered by a new update?
Exactly. The update was triggered a new bug. I don't know if it's a new, but let's call it critical bug in the Windows operating system that's triggered by CrowdStrike.
So over to you, Igal. So this type of disruption could happen also in the future, right?
Most probably, because this is how the world is already, and it's going even to be worse or better. But there's some lessons already need to be learned from this kind of incident. One of them is the critical need to rely on a good local partner, IT player that can help you with a global, somewhere from, in this case, from the US software. You need someone here close, expert that can take it and help to go through, because these kinds of incidents are going to be the bread and butter, the daily experiences of our coming, not years, but even months, because this is how the world looks like.
And Nir, according to you, what are the features that SciFox has over other EDRs?
Yeah, actually we have kind of layers. We are calling it layers of protections. We can offer you the attack hunter, the dynamic shielding, the active and passive attack surfaces that we detect new vulnerabilities under your organizations. We are providing FIM, file integrity monitor, that can lock your sensitive information in your organization, and much more.
What about the honeypot feature that you have?
Yeah, the honeypot feature is one of the most important features in our platform. In the honeypot feature, we are opening some ports in your organization, and when we're detecting an attacker that's trying to scan your entire network or a specific port, we can alert this and make your decision what to do.
So thanks a lot, Nir. We have some introspection now for everyone who's using a cloud infrastructure, everyone who's using a Windows infrastructure, how well they should be having their systems talk to each other, Over to you, Igal. What do you think would be the aftermath once the markets open in the morning in New York and the global outage? What do you think? The hospitals are down, airports are down.
It's a wake-up call. It should be a wake-up call for everyone to make sure the supply chain, EDR, but not just cyber security measures that everybody should have, but also other software components, as long as they are based and relied on supply chain, they must be double-checked and have a contingency. And that's the most important, to have a contingency for this kind of cases, a backup that you can immediately upload, and other measures that every critical, like hospitals, but everybody, because everything is critical, airports are shut down, it's horrible. Everybody need to hear this wake-up call and prepare itself for the next event, because it's just a matter of when, not if, it will happen again.
And what brings you to India at such short notice?
Well, I'm very honored to be a keynote at the CIO Association conference tomorrow with a few hundreds of the best CIOs in India. And well, I'm sure we have a lot to talk about just after today's event.
Fine. Thanks a lot, Igal. Nir, where do you see technology going from here at SciFox?
Yeah, basically, in the SciFox, we can see the future. We can see the AI-based detection and prevention, which means that we are not focusing on a type of malware or type of attack. We are focusing on statistical modules that can detect and prevent attacks from your endpoints.
So, Nir, what would you have done differently to prevent this issue?
Yeah, I will have done more QA testing on more environments like Windows 8, Windows 11, Windows 7. There are some customers that using Windows Vista or end-of-life or other end-of-life product. So just test the things, test your code good enough to execute it in millions of endpoints.
Well, thanks a lot, Nir. Thanks for summing it up so technically. Thanks, Igal. We are lucky to have you here. Thanks a lot, viewers, and we were really lucky to have Igal and Nir here in our studio. Thank God they have come for the CIO Association annual event for the Mumbai chapter, and we are lucky, really lucky, that this was not a cyber attack, but you could understand with not a cyber attack, entire globally the world going down. We still haven't seen the Windows 7 system that most of the ATMs work on, but we will see in the next hours to come what is going to happen with the market, what's going to happen, and the real picture of what bloodbath has taken because of this is in the next days to follow. Keep secured, be secured.